Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to tell you my 5 tips for surviving as a vegan in Korea. And my number one tip, and maybe the most obvious one, is to learn some Korean. Even if you aren't fluent, knowing some words like eggs, milk, meat, all that stuff, and being able to read nutrition labels is a game changer for finding things to eat when you go to convenience stores, the market, and things like that. I can put up here maybe like what you can see on the label, the words, or I can make another video like helping you understand how to read nutrition labels and stuff. So if you are interested in that, please let me know. Also, in Happy Cow, they actually made a card that you can pull up in the app. I can also show that on the screen. That it says pretty much everything that you can't eat as a vegan, and asking like, does it go in this, or things like that. So that's a really helpful option for people who are just new to Korea or aren't confident in speaking yet. That's a great one. And also just like simple phrases like, 우유 들어가요? butter 들어가요? Does this have milk? Does this have, what did I say? Butter. Yeah, you can ask like that. Or like, 혹시 이거 동물성 들어간 거 있어요? Things like that. Maybe I can make another video too with like simple phrases. Just let me know if you're interested in something like that. Number 2 is there are so many places that you can search, like so many different maps and things like that. Naver Maps, Kakao Maps, Happy Cow, and also Instagram. I find so many places to eat on Instagram actually. So if you search vegan in any of these apps, especially Naver and Instagram, I use personally, but I can also give you a link to a map that me and my friends collaborate on, and we add like all the places that we recommend or things like that. I will add that in the link below and you guys can check that out. My friends live in Seoul, I live in Anyang, so we have a lot of different places in there, and even like all over Korea that you can find vegan food. My number 3 tip is to shop and eat local. So if you know some Korean foods are either accidentally vegan or can be made vegan, like bibimbap usually, sometimes it comes with meat and sometimes it comes with eggs, but most of the time it doesn't have meat, and you can just ask them a lot of the time to take the egg out. Or something like kimbap, where you can take the egg out, ham out, and now sometimes they even have like vegan ones. Also kongguksu. Kongguksu is accidentally vegan, and it's really good thing in summer to eat. Other things like jeon, if they don't have eggs in them or seafood in them. Cakes, a lot of the times, as long as they don't have the bread around them, then they are vegan. There's a lot of places selling corn and roasted roasted sweet potato, roasted chestnuts. And at the markets, like traditional markets, there's so much fruit, vegetables, and at a cheaper price than if you would go to, let's say, E-Mart or something like that. And what else? Some guksu. There's a lot of, sundubu. Sundubu, if it's not the spicy red one, then usually vegan. And even if it is a spicy red one, maybe you can ask and they can make it vegan for you. Yeah, there's a lot of local food that actually you can get vegan. And just need to really make sure that you say like, I can't have this and this and this. And sometimes, they bring it out anyway, or and it's up to you how you react to that. Like if you say like, I asked not for this, like for example, one time I was with a friend and we're both vegetarian vegan, and I asked for no fish, no anything in the kimbap, and she's still gonna want to put in the odeng, like the fish thing, and I was like, that's fish. And she was like, no, it's not, and like trying to argue with me, and I was like, no, please don't put it in this fish. It's like sometimes, I don't know, people don't understand, or like shrimp is in it, and you ask like, is there fish in it, or is there seafood in it, and they say no, and then if you go a little further and say like, is there shrimp in it, something like that, they'll be like, oh yeah, there is. Or is there anchovy in it? Oh yeah, there is. A little bit, just a little bit. And it's like, I can't eat it. You just gotta really be pretty thorough. Another tip, I guess number 4, is to shop online. Sometimes you can find really good deals. Like on places, there's an app called 30 Mall that you can sometimes find vegan things for really cheap. And they don't always label it vegan, but if you do your little research there, then you'll be able to find some. Also, coupon, you can just search vegan. That's also not always going to be all vegan stuff, but make sure that you're being diligent and you're checking the nutrition label. And Naver store, I buy my tempeh on Naver store. Also, there's a really good one, Loving Hut Mall. You can buy like dried soy proteins and other groceries like that on those stores too. I really recommend. The last one is iHerb. There's a lot of things on there that you can't really get in Korea easily, like supplements and just silly things like nutritional yeast. I use it a lot. I think I have a code. I always promote it, but I don't think anybody uses it. But if you're like a first time customer, I guess you can use it. So I'll put it down below. My final tip is to get involved in the vegan community. And there's a few different ways that you can do that. There are cacao chats that you can search like vegan, blah, blah, blah. Not all of them are very active. But it would be nice to get more people who will be active in there. Instagram is another good one. There's a lot of vegan Instagrammers. You can contact me, see, if you want to meet up with me and my friends. So we have a lot of meetups. Also, there's a meetup group on the website Meetup, and they do a lot of meetup stuff. And what else? Facebook. There's a vegan Facebook group. Also, I mean, it's good for answering questions and things like that, but I'm not sure if they meet up that much on those. And yeah, just Happy Cow, things like that. So a mini tip, if you're going to any vegan restaurant, or I mean a restaurant in general, is like triple check the break time, because they're not always going to be open from, let's say, 3 to 5 or 2 to 5. Sometimes they'll have a little break time, or they will be off for some reason someday. So it's better to check this stuff on Instagram so you don't get there after traveling an hour because you really thought it looked good and then they're not open. Because that's happened to me and almost everybody I know a lot of times. So that's a mini tip. And also my last mini tip is don't let anybody tell you you can't be vegan in Korea, because me and my friends are doing it and it's totally possible. You just have to kind of put your mind to it. Learn, like I said, how to read labels and just be persistent. There's a lot of good vegan food. You can cook your own, it's not impossible. And I'm thriving too, so you can do it too. If this helped you, or if you have any other questions or any other tips for anybody else watching these videos, please let me know down below, and thank you.